Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining. Just getting set up here so that I can see all the things. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Is it just me, or I always be thinking my computer is about to explode, honestly, because I have so many windows open at one time. Okay. All right. I think everybody can hear. Okay. So, all right, guys. So today I want to talk to you about why you need a business strategy as a coach or consultant. So it's super important, and we're going to talk about why today. So feel free to drop your questions and your comments into the chat, and we can discuss them here live. Or if you're watching the replay, I will most definitely respond to your comments. Also, feel free to DM me as well. And let me know if you're a part of the live crew or the replay crew. So I often ask clients that I work with, what is the overarching strategy for your business, right? What are you helping people with? Why should someone work with you? What makes you different, right? The overarching strategy for your business drives everything. Your marketing strategy, your content, your services, the products that you offer, right? You have to figure out what is truly the epicenter or at the epicenter of your business. And I believe that it honestly should be some type of recurring revenue service. We talk about having a sustainable business, right? Recurring revenue is a way to make sure that you set yourself up to have a more sustainable business, right? Can you build your business off of one and done services? Sure, absolutely. There's a lot of business models like that. Is it predictable? No, it's not. Is it sustainable? I would say no. Others may disagree. So, yes, you can hustle and continue to hustle your way from client to client, or you can build a system that brings your ideal clients to you on repeat. You are just in charge of the transformation. So, you can have a system that brings your ideal clients to you on repeat, and you just be in charge of the transformation, or you can choose to hustle from client to client. The choice is really yours, right? But if you don't have like what the vehicle or the program is that would actually do that, then how are you able to really truly make decisions about what you're going to offer or don't offer, who you work with or don't work with, how to market, where to market, right? A lot of us are trying to run before we learn how to walk. We're trying to build a mansion before we learn how to build a house, right? Then you're trying to build a house with no foundation. So what happens? Your house falls apart, right? It falls apart because it's not on solid ground, right? So the solid ground is your strategy. And in your coaching or consulting business, it's your signature program, right? You have to think about the number one action that you want your ideal clients to take with you. And how can you create services that complement your signature program? And it makes sense for your ideal client, right? If you haven't done the work of setting up that foundation in your business, you're just going to be creating random offerings here and there that don't actually make logical sense or lead your clients on a logical progression with you. Everyone may not be able to invest in your signature program, right? But you have other offerings in your product suite that continue to build that know, like, and trust factor and still provide results, which is super important. The strategy for your business will also inform you how to market. If you haven't taken the time to fully flesh out your signature program, then what are you actually marketing? Hey, Sasha, thanks for joining. So if you don't have a signature program, then you will be doing generic marketing. When you're doing generic marketing, you will ultimately get generic results, right? Meaning people may like or comment, but they won't take action because what you're saying isn't speaking to them, right? You have to think to yourself, right? When I cannot explain why someone should work with me, what the outcome will be, what is the incentive to actually sign up? You haven't actually outlined a path or reason for someone to do business with you. And so, therefore, your marketing efforts lack focus and direction, right? You are most likely extremely knowledgeable and talented at what you do, right? And I mean, you have some serious acumen around whatever it is that you do around your niche, right? But if you cannot create a pathway to success for people and explain how you can help them in a concrete way, it will go in one ear and out the other. So, being certified as a coach is not a business strategy, it's just a certification, right? Being certified as a coach or consultant is not a business strategy, it is just a certification. Typically, coaching certifications certify you in the subject matter in which you will be coaching, right? Most programs don't actually teach you the business piece of it and the marketing aspect behind it, right? So, you learn what to do in your coaching sessions, how to run a session, important forms you need clients to fill out, and how people typically coach, right? That's what you typically learn in a certification format. Not saying all certifications are like that, but most of them are. You may even do a coaching session or a coaching certification that actually gives you an entire framework to coach from. And no shade to the big brand name coaches out there, but you have to think about how this may feel misaligned because you're basically borrowing someone else's clothes that don't fit and then trying to go about your daily routine. So imagine like wearing too small or too big clothes and trying to do everything you need to do in a day, right? It's going to be pretty uncomfortable and people are going to be able to see that you're uncomfortable, right? So if you're coaching from your zone of genius, you're not going to have you're not going to have like so much resistance to that, right? But if you're coaching from someone else's zone of genius, you're not going to find much success, right? With borrowing someone else's framework and trying to coach. It's just not going to fit you, right? So, when you have your signature program in place that's in alignment with your zone of genius, it makes it a lot easier to develop a marketing strategy. And if you're inside the Brand Builder Blueprint, my program, you will definitely know because you will have identified your target market, what you're going to be teaching your target market. You will have learned what their challenges are, how you can best help them using your zone of genius, right? From there, you'll be able to determine what your target market needs to know when they first come in contact with your brand, right? And then the best way to continue the conversation in a way that's going to be meaningful and beneficial to them, right? Notice how I said to them and not to you. So you want to have a way to continue the conversation in a way that's meaningful and beneficial to them, not you, because it's not about us, right? A lot of times we get in our head about our content, how we market, and what we want to put out there in what we want to see. But it's not about us. It's actually about our ideal client and what they need. So all this really stems from having a solid foundation, right? Because then you can start to develop and refine your content for your sales funnels. You can actually have content that converts, potential clients into paying clients, right? That's what we want. We want content that converts potential clients into paying clients. And this having this foundation in your business helps you to make more empowered decisions in your business instead of just putting random things out there, right? You can actually make strategic decisions about what to do. A lot of times we create products, random products, because we just want to make sales. And then it doesn't relate at all to our coaching or consulting services. And then we're just afraid that people are, we're leaving people out because we want to help so many people. Oh, Sasha says, this is so true. So many entrepreneurs need help with this. Branding is so important. Absolutely. Hi, Bianca. Thanks for joining. You're absolutely right. So this then really translates into our content and our marketing efforts, right? When there's no direction, there's just a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of stuff. And you have to decide if that's how you want to continue to run your business with just a bunch of stuff out there, right? When you have a foundation, everything else that you create relates back to your foundation or your signature program in your coaching or your consulting business, right? It's clear. It's clear what you do, who you serve, how you help people. Your product suite and your marketing are naturally infused, right? It's naturally infused in your marketing. It's not awkward. It's not salesy. It just makes sense, right? We want to get to a point of things that make sense, right? This is why I say that just having someone to do your social media isn't going to change the trajectory of your business with no strategy in place, right? Just having someone create content for you and put stuff out there is not going to do your business justice because you have no strategy. You can't create content if you don't know what the end goal is. I mean, you can definitely create content. You can create a lot of stuff, but like, if you're not creating content with the end goal in mind, you're not actually driving people to take the action you want them to take, right? So when you just coach people or just consult people with no program, no outcomes, no time container, there is actually no set of expectations for what will be accomplished, right? There's no expectations. So think about that for a second. Think about there's no expectations for anything, how that works in the world, right? So when you're trying to market your coaching services, right, frequent questions you're going to get. What are we going to be doing? How long is it going to take? You're not going to be able to answer those questions with no signature program in place, right? To just sign up with me and do sessions. Like, I mean, you might get some people. There'll probably be referrals of your friends and family, but when it comes to actually doing business with people that you don't know, you have to have a concrete outcome to stand out in the online space, right? Also, you yourself, by doing that, will literally be exhausted because everything is custom, right? You can't prepare, so to speak, if everything that you're doing is custom. So, signature program, and I want to make this clear, doesn't mean cookie cutter, okay? It doesn't mean that everybody's experience is the same, right? Absolutely not. It means that you are standardizing your excellence with a delivery method that produces concrete results. I'll say that again. Signature program does not mean cookie cutter. It means you're standardizing your excellence with a delivery method that produces concrete results, right? This can be implemented whether you're doing one-to-one, group coaching, hybrid, whatever the case may be, right? But you have to have some type of a foundation. Signature program equals foundation. And it's the way in which you're going to build a strategy and stand out as a coach or consultant online. It's really hard to be known for something, one thing, when you're trying to do 10 things, right? It's like no one will they will think of you first, right? Has anyone ever said to you, man, I completely forgot you even did that? Right there, you know that your marketing is diluted, right? If they forgot you did that, if your brand isn't synonymous with any one thing, then it's synonymous with no things. Plain and simple. If your brand isn't synonymous with any one thing, then it's synonymous with no things, right? And this isn't to say that you can't branch out later, because you absolutely can. But again, a lot of coaches and consultants try to do this too early, and your brand becomes diluted. So your marketing is therefore diluted, and you confuse your target market, right? And no one does anything. Having that strategy in place keeps you on track, right? So, if you're interested in learning more about how you can develop a strategy for your coaching or consulting business, finally nail down your target market, get clarity on your signature program, validate your signature program, attract your ideal clients on social media, then you'll want to attend my live private training tomorrow, February the 8th. And in my training, I'm going to actually teach my exact framework for creating a signature program within your zone of genius, building out your sales funnels for your product suite, and attracting your ideal clients on repeat. So this event does have limited spacing. So if you are interested and serious about doing this in your business, go ahead and click the link in my bio if you're on Instagram, and click on the Brand Builder Blueprint application link. And if you're on Facebook, then you can click the link in the description of this live, and it will take you to the application, right? If you're actually ready to make a change in your coaching and consulting business and start making a wider impact and actually reaching your people, then go ahead and click the link, apply, and hopefully I will see you at tomorrow's training. So I do want to go ahead and pause now and see if there are any questions. Do we have any questions? Hey guys, thanks for joining. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Hey Talitha. Hey Evan. So I'll just recap one important point, but I will be posting this later today. But essentially, we were just talking about why you need a business strategy as a coach or consultant. And the main thing was having your signature program allows you to develop a strategy around that to basically inform the rest of your decisions, how you want to market, what you're going to be putting out there, who to market to. Not having that in place really kind of puts you in a place of like just kind of seeing what works and doing anything and everything, and also talking to too many audiences. So, just to recap, that signature program doesn't mean cookie cutter, right? It just means that you are standardizing your excellence with a delivery method that produces concrete results. That's what a signature program really is. And you can do that whether you have you're doing one-to-one coaching or group coaching or some type of a hybrid or even a course. So I just wanted to make that clear. But a lot of times we don't know. We're saying, not sure what to post on social media. We don't know how to market, where our clients are coming from. It's because we're not putting out a consistent message to our clients, like who we are, what we do, how we can help them, and what the outcome's going to be from working with us. And so when you have a signature program that kind of puts all that in a nice package for you, you can position yourself as the go-to person in your industry for this particular transformation. But without it, and you're just kind of doing sessions with people and just kind of saying, sign up for these 4 sessions, 6 sessions, 8 sessions, I mean, you can do that, but I find that people's client results are all over the place, and it makes it a lot harder to market because you can't really tell people concretely what they're going to achieve by working with you, how long it's going to take. It is a much harder sell when you're trying to market your services as a coach or consultant to just sign up with me for this undetermined amount of time, right? People do like to know that they can achieve something in a certain time frame, and it motivates them to keep doing more. And not necessarily saying your signature program is a one and done. It should be set up in a way that encourages renewal with you to continue their journey. So just some thoughts, but basically having that strategy, that foundation in your business prevents you from essentially like going off the rails and kind of like doing things that just aren't in alignment with what your coaching business or your consulting practice is all about. It's very easy to kind of get sidetracked with all the different things out there, all the noise, and trying to do what this person's doing or that person's doing or what seems to work. Um, but staying within your zone of genius and being really confident in the transformation that you're providing your clients will help you stay in your lane, so to speak. And you can definitely branch out, but it's really hard to have a full product suite when you haven't determined what your signature product or your high ticket product is going to be. Trying to go in reverse and doing freebie up will lead you in so many different paths because it's not going to necessarily give you that logical progression of what your client should be, what your client experience should be. So hopefully that's helpful. I just wanted to check and see if you had any questions. Any questions? Hey there, thanks for joining. I will be hosting a live private training tomorrow at 12 Eastern for folks who are interested in basically learning how to create their signature program and attract their ideal client. If you're interested in doing that, go ahead and click the link in my bio, the Brand Builder Blueprint application. And we'll take a look at that. And it's going to be a very limited event. But if you're serious about actually taking your coaching or consulting business to the next level, then fill out the application and we can chat. But I did want to see if there are any questions. Any questions? No questions? All right. Well, I will work on getting this posted. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram at I_simply_she or Facebook at I Simply She, or me personally at Crystal Renee on all handles. Don't be afraid to jump in my DMs if you don't want to put anything on in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. All right. I think I want to go ahead and sign off and let you guys have the rest of your Monday. Hopefully it's going fantastic. And I will see you guys later. Take care.